back to CBS Soap Dish Recap, where we recap everything CBS Soaps, both the young and the restless, and the bold and the beautiful. This is your bold and the beautiful August 8, 2022 recap, where we have Brooke and Hope kind of scurrying about that photo that was posted on social media that went viral. Also, Ridge and Taylor fantasizing about their Monaco kiss. And we got the tension between Steffy and Lee. So we're going to unpack all of that. But before we do, take a second to make sure you're subscribed to this channel to receive all updates. And don't forget to like and share. So, Finn and Steffy, of course, is back home. Finn has made a doctor's appointment because you would think after running all over Monaco, flying from getting out of Sheila's way, yeah, he should be able to make it to get a doctor's appointment. On the way, though, Mom came over. Not Sheila, but Lee. He was excited to see her. She was excited to see him, but somebody was not excited to see her, which was Steffy, and we're going to come back to that storyline later. So let's swing over to Brooke's house. Brooke is excited to know everything went well, but she also asked Ridge, how did you feel with all of this going on? And while she was talking about that, he was fantasizing about the little tete-a-tete that was going on between him and Taylor and this whole magical moment with the whole beautiful backdrop and their passionate kiss. Yeah, so while Brooke was wondering if he was caught up in the rapture of everything with Steffy and Finn, he was actually caught up in this moment thinking about Taylor. Now, the question is, how is that going to impact their relationship? So now, speaking of Taylor, we're over at Forrester Creations where she's talking to her son, Thomas. And I was wondering when we're going to see Thomas after all of this reuniting last week. But Thomas is over the moon excited that his sister has now been reunited. He wanted the details about everything. What happened? What went on? How did you feel, Mom, about everything that had happened? And yeah, I would think he would want to know because he missed out on all of the action. Well, this is where it takes Taylor also into her version of the fantasy as well, where they're overlooking this beautiful terrace and Ridge is kissing her passionately. And I'm like, here we go. But yeah, she's caught up in that whole daydream and is absolutely excited about it. And she even said, look like things are going to be looking up in so many ways. I bet it will. Let's go back over to Brooke's house because now this whole photo that Hope took last week conversation comes up. So Brooke asked him, did you see that photo that happened to be posted? Because it looked like you were out in space thinking, which he wasn't thinking about the photo, he was thinking about Taylor. You know, she was wondering, are you upset? Are you mad? And he actually brushed it off. He said, yeah, I saw it. I know how you feel. He even tried to blame her for inviting Deacon to the office. And she was like, nope, that was Hope, not me. Speaking of Hope, Hope had to break the news to Liam as well about her choice of posting that picture to social media and how she's wondering how it's going to impact her mom's marriage to Ridge. And Liam was like, look, we can't overlook the fact that Ridge is going to feel some kind of way about that photo. You know he is. Even though Hope don't think it's a big deal and he had the right to be at the office, he doesn't work there. Why is he even in the C-suite? So while they're having their conversation back at Forrester Creation, Ridge sachets in, and it was, just excited to tell Zende and Thomas about everything and how everything went. And once they removed themselves from the office, meaning Zende and Thomas, now we got this little moment where they're both just staring into each other's eyes. They're talking about Steffy and Finn. But the thing is that there's also this unspoken word that's going on between the two of them because they know about, this whole kiss. They don't know where they stand, but it's obviously undeniable. They both enjoyed that kiss because you could tell how they was looking at each other And, Taylor, I'm like, girl, why are you putting yourself through this? This man is still very, very married to Brooke. Whether he's completely committed or not and just helping her out with her leg or whatever, that's why he moved in, according to Brooke. But, yeah, you're going to hurt your own feelings once again. So, with this conversation, you can tell Steffy is pissed. Finn and Lee is enjoying the moment of reuniting together, but at the same time, as much as you can tell she's happy about Finn being back, she is not happy with Lee because she kept this whole thing a secret from everybody about, his existence. Now, of course, Lee is concerned about the fact of him going to the doctor, getting checked out. Let me know if they need any information from me. Now, actually, Steffy was like, no, we're going to the doctor. And Finn was like, look, if I can walk all over Monaco, I can make it to the doctor's office. And I'm like, yeah, Steffy, let the man go to the doctor's office. He's not a kid. Anyway, this is where we see Steffy says, you know what? I appreciate you so much, Lee. And Lee was like, I know you got questions. But then she turned around in the next moment and said, what the hell, Lee? And Lee was like, okay, I know you mad and all. And she was like, how could you let me grieve and let his kids go through all of this? And I was just so depressed. And I couldn't live with what happened. And you just let this go on and didn't tell me. Well, Lee clapped back and said, I understand all of that, and I was going to make sure that he got back to you, but I'm not going to let you or anybody else interfere with him. He was on deathbed. I had to take him out of the hospital, risking my licensing and whatever, and to make sure that this man, is nursed back to health. And I wasn't going to let you get in the way of that. But the other part of what Lee said is like, well, another thing is I raised that boy to be the best, the doctor he is and everything he is today. And here you come, he got with you. Forrester's always in the tabloids, all of the messiness, this whole thing with Sheila. Oh, I wasn't happy about the fact that he was with you. And she was like, well, wait a minute. Was you lying at our wedding about supporting us? She was like, no, I wasn't lying about that. If he's happy, I'm happy. But at the same time, when he was sick and ill, I needed to make sure that I was focused on him, not about anybody else. Steffi couldn't understand that. She didn't think that it was fair. She felt that she owed her an apology. My thing is she should have did as much work to find Lee as Sheila did as much work to find Lee. Lee was in her house giving cryptic messages about his death. And that didn't give you the incentive to track Lee down and get the answers that you need. You just pretty much wrote him off as being dead, whereas Sheila wasn't hearing it. Now, I'm not saying that Sheila is right in anything that she's done, but take the same energy and figure out, look, you're going to tell me something about my husband. You need to let me know something. But it didn't happen that way. That's the way the story was written. This is just a soap. We all know, entertainment purposes only. But, unfortunately, it left us with this cliffhanger because as much as Steffi wanted an apology, Lee was like, I understand you might want one, but you're not getting it from me. I'm not going to give you an apology on this one. So we got to wait till tomorrow to see because this conversation isn't over. So let me know your thoughts. This was your recap of The Bold and the Beautiful for Monday, August 8th, 2022. Let me know what you think about this situation. Do you think that Lee owes Steffi an apology? Do you think that Steffi deserves or should, expect one from her? And then in regards to Ridge and Taylor, do you think they're getting closer? And do you think Brooke is going to find out about that kiss? So if you haven't seen the Young and the Restless recap, it has been updated and added to this channel. And until the next video, take a second to make sure you're subscribed to the channel to receive all updates. And please don't forget to like and share. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.